What's happening, Cadeau? I hope you're having a great day whenever, wherever you are, son. Honestly, today I wanted to talk to you about like intentional living. There's a few different scenarios we can create for ourselves, and I think they're all important to create for at least some parts of our lives, because we have to know for sure. You never know what something's actually like until you do it. You can have people tell you, oh, like, dating is glorious, until you go and do it, and then for sure. Having a child, oh, it's glorious, yeah, all these opinions until you do it, and then So I think all the different scenarios in life are important. The different styles of intentional living, it's like we're always being intentional about our lifestyle, whether we want to admit it or not. If I'm being a victim, then and like I'm intentionally setting that up for that outcome, man. Like I'm doing things, I'm seeing things in a specific way. Yep, it's driving. I'm like, nope, I got to get over here. So I'm seeing things in a specific way that are causing me to feel victimized. That helps set my mind up. So that it's all validating my perspective. So I can live that way, and I have lived that way, and I still do that sometimes. But I can live that way, and I can be victimized, and I can feel sorry for myself, and I can do all that, or I could be intentional about controlling my energy, directing my energy, even sending it into a positivity and goal orientated space, dude. It's pretty remarkable when you start doing that. If you just decide, like, I'm gonna see things in a brighter way, like rejection. I think I just recently talked about that with you. Rejection is a really terrible thing, and we like to assign rejection to everything, because it's super hurtful, man, and that kills. It's like, you're telling me I'm not good enough, it's like, this is the way I was made, though. My body, it's usually around something like my body, my attraction, like, level, something like that. Sometimes it's personality, but we always take into the body stuff. It's like, well, I can't really change this. Sometimes we can, and we just decide not to, and we get rejected for it, is what it is. But the point being is, like, it's not I would say it's like, it's a high percentage that, in the 80 to 90 percentile. It's like, it's not about being rejected. It's about being redirected. You're not fishing in the right pond because your lifestyle sucks. It's not the same lifestyle. You're delusional, right? Like, I've been delusional. I am delusional still to this day in some ways. And, it's like, I'm not fishing in the right pond. I'm sitting over here all crying in my Wheaties because, I'm not getting that big mouth bass, but I don't have the right damn bait or the right hook. And I'm just whining, pissing, and moaning because I'm watching everybody else around me catch largemouth bass. And so I sit on the edge of the water crying in my Wheaties. The second I decide to not be delusional about that stuff, and I decide to be intentional about putting on the right hook, about putting on the right bait, lo and behold, like, I end up catching a largemouth bass. It's just, I got to ask some really hard questions sometimes. Like, do I actually want to do the work in setting up my hook and bait, metaphorically, which is my mind and my body? My body is the bait, and my mind is the hook. It's like, that's what actually catches people for long-term life. It is the mind. It's not the body. The body's just a bait, man. And it's necessary to be that way. It's not PC to say, but it is that way, and it will always be that way. So the reality is like, You know, we have to be intentional about our lifestyle and what we're deciding to see as reality. Look at the data, man. Understand the facts. Be logical with a lot of this stuff. You know, myths are not created in action, man. They're created in the storytelling afterwards. It's up here, man. It's up here. You know, the reality is, like, you could be really decision orientated about your life, and you can control the outcomes. You could be whatever you want to be. That's for real. Like, people aren't lying. You can be whoever and whatever you want to be. You just need to put in the damn work and be very logical about it. You know, be very, like, honest with yourself about it. It's not just about being honest with others. Like, being honest with others is a byproduct of uncontrollable self-honesty. It's like happiness and joy is the byproduct of right living. If I'm living right and I'm in my compass's true north, not some other jackass who's lying to himself, you know, telling me that true north is over here, you know, in slaying a bunch of a bunch of broads, and, you know, getting a bunch of girls into my bed. You know, like, that's never done anything except make me feel empty inside and give up a lot of hope in any, like, real long-term, healthy, safe, conducive, flourishing relationship. You know, that just breaks trust. You know, but that person is not a bad person. They're just scared and they don't know what else to do, and they're swinging for the fences just like everyone else. You know, but so as long as I'm living to my true north, dude, like, I'm unstoppable. Joy and happiness just come down upon me, and I realize to myself, like, wow, dude, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, and I can control all of that, and I just by deciding. Every day, like, no one's like better in this game. Like, no one holds it over anyone. You're either doing the deal or you're not doing the deal. And if you're doing the deal, you know, it's a momentum thing. You got to keep it up and be persistent. Because if it was easy, it wouldn't be good. And if it was easy, you'd have it flooded with a bunch of jackasses who just don't really appreciate any of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm passionate about this subject, son. You know, it's like, because I know it to be true. I know it to be true. I'm not guessing. I'm not wondering. I'm not, the data's in, man. I'm not waiting for the data to come in. Like, oh, we need more perspectives on. No, dude, this is eons of information, man. Generations that have passed. People think automatically people from the 1800s were stupid. No, that is 100% not true. The only thing that's changed from thousands of years, it's not about intellect. It's about tools and technology. That's the only thing that's changed. Complexity of mind has been from the start. We have machines today that we have to work overtime to build just to replicate some of the work that they did by hand. This is not a joke, man. People aren't stupid. Look at history, man. Like, know your past, know your future. Know your past, know your future. All this debauchery and all that stuff, you know, like, traditions are solutions to old school problems. You get rid of traditions, you get back old school problems, man. That's the deal. You know, so if you want to avoid a lot of pain, a lot of problems, a lot of BS, you know what happened in our history, know what bad behaviors result in on a regular basis, know what good behaviors result in a regular process, dude, and then replicate that to design your own outcome. You know, people don't sit around trying to make a cake, you know, just throwing shit at the bowl and then mixing it up and then, you know, voila, there's a fucking cake. No, there's a recipe that they follow, man. And life is the same way. I know no one wants to talk about that because it ain't fun, and it's learning, and it's work. It's intentional living, which is not always the most fun to start. It's amazing living it, but it's not the most fun to start. So, you know, it's like, all right, I'm just, I'm lit up, bud. I hope you're having an amazing day, no matter what, no matter where you are, whenever you are. I love you, no matter what shit you're in right now. If it's amazing stuff, or if you're just fat and unhappy and hating life right now, you know, like, that's okay too, dude. But you don't have to stay there. You do not have to stay there. You can be intentional. Manhood is defined by the person's ability to stay engaged, to stay consistent, and to man, I'm losing the right words here, but it's about achieving the outcome, you know. And it doesn't matter the time. The time is not as, it's the persistence and desire to achieve that outcome and attaining the desire, not just good intentions. Oh man, I had such good intentions to nail this, you know, like, no, that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean anything. Intentions are worthless, you know. Bravo for that, you know, but it doesn't mean anything because there's no action, there's no outcome behind it. You got to make sure. There's 6 ways of saying sit down. Do you pick the right one that causes somebody to sit down? That's achieving the outcome. That's on me. I change my attitude, just like aviation, my angle of approach. I have to constantly adjust my attitude to make sure I'm going to guarantee an outcome here. That's what defines me as a man, dude, is my ability to, my learning agility, and my self-awareness are my 2 internal. My communication skills, which then also produce an influence I have upon others. So it's like, those are the 4 core competencies of a person, man. Is if you got that locked down, man, you're doing really well. I'm rambling here, and I'm just really excited about telling you about all that stuff. And today I'm just fired up too, because yesterday I went into this office here and discovered and started discarding some old stuff that doesn't need to be there, and you know, bringing in new change and cleaning up environments. It's really rad. It's just all about renovation and refreshing. Yeah, I got so much to say. It's already so much time. I'm almost there too. I love you, son. I hope you're having an amazing day. And like I said, if you're not, you know, all you got to do is get focused, man, and step into the shoes. You know, start with 5 push-ups a day. You know, eventually you'll get to 1,000. You know, it's just a process. Don't get caught up in the message. I love you, son. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.